Sign up for the Agranak Studios newsletter at agranak.com.
I just got this awesome box set again. A friend of mine gave me a set years ago, and the only thing I kept from it was the rulebook. Because without looking at it much, I thought it was just a board game based on Dungeons and Dragons rather than actual D&D. I was wrong. However, within the last year or two, I found out that this box set has the best description of THAC0 out of all previous versions of D&D and AD&D. The new easy-to-master Dungeons & Dragons, or as TSR employees at the time called it, 1070, known to the RPG community as the Black Box. The companion book to 1070 is the Rules Cyclopedia, which came out the same year as this, 1991. What some say is the most complete single book of D&D ever produced, and I would agree. Let's get into the box.
Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss an upload, and join the conversation over at the Agranak Cult Discord.
Inside of this box are 6 different colored dice, minus the percentile dice. A pamphlet asking you to read this first, the rulebook, the Dungeon Master screen, and a unique feature of this set are the dragon cards, advertisements, cardboard standees for miniatures, and a game map for the included adventure. The original includes a poster of the cover, which this one did not have. The rulebook has wonderful art and clear, concise rules for creating characters with advancement up to 5th level rather than the typical 3rd level for many of these starter box sets. Troy Denning was the lead designer for the Dragon cards and Timothy B. Brown for the rules book. Both were responsible for a lot of products for TSR. Both created the infamous Dark Sun campaign setting. Troy also went on to write for Halo, Kim Possible, and Star Wars. As I said before, the explanation of THAC0, which is an optional rule in this set, is one of the most concise. I have read from this rulebook before, but it bears repeating from page 27 of the rulebook. It says, a first level fighter needs a 19 or better in order to hit armor class 0. Whenever a fighter attacks, he rolls a d20 as usual. Then he adds any combat modifiers he gets, like bonuses for magical weapons or ability score adjustments. Finally, he adds the defender's armor class. If the total is above his THAC0 of 19, he has scored a hit. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Advanced D&D has probably the worst examples in the rulebooks for THAC0, which is probably why it's called Advanced. Kidding aside, this book is well written and laid out to say the least. After I read through it, I may compare it to the Mensa Red Box. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Next is the DM screen, which have the dragon cards in a pocket, tab marked throughout. One side has rules. The other side takes the fledgling DM through a solo adventure in Zanzer's dungeon, guiding you step by step through the game. After reading through the cards, you will then have an opportunity to take your friends through the dungeon you've already experienced. Perfection. The dragon cards consist of 100 pages, 50 for rules and 50 for the adventure. It's 50 cards. I haven't had time to read through it yet, so when I have, I will have some more videos on the subject. If you're interested, let me know. Many of you watching may have had this box set under the Christmas tree in the early 90s as your introduction to the game. Write your story in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. I've heard some say that this was the best version of basic D&D ever produced. I literally just made that statement with last week's video about the Mensa Red Box. I'll read through this one and update my thoughts on the subject. Regardless, this is a wonderful piece of history, and as I delve deep into what I consider to be the best version of the game, that is basic D&D, in all its iterations, I'm happy to glean whatever treasure I might find from this box set that I used to have and now have again. That just about does it for me. Thanks for stopping by Agranak Studios today, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.
This video was brought to you by the generous support of our patrons. Consider becoming a patron so you can help us make more content like this. Or Get yourself a t-shirt below. Later.
All right, do this and do that and do this and do that. And watch this video.